Namaste everybody, Irina here. Welcome to my channel. I invite you to take a cross-legged seated position. We will start the yoga practice shortly. So in this video, I will be covering one of the poses, what's called a peak pose. So we're going to be working on the sequence, working and building up towards that peak pose, which is, in this video, a Urdhva Dhanurasana, or Chakrasana, which translated as the wheel pose or upward facing bow pose. Quite advanced yoga pose, which requires a commitment and requires a strength and the flexibility in the upper body. So please take caution before practicing. So as I mentioned, this is a back bend, and please stay tuned in the practice. So we're going to be warming up the body. We're going to be working on opening through the chest, building up some strength, warming up the legs, working on the psoas muscles, which is quite important to activate it in the asana itself. So stay tuned, and I will be guiding you to go into this pose safely as possible, and give you some tips of what expect to feel in this asana and what the muscles and where you need to engage to ensure that you are not just focusing on one part of the body. Okay, so let's start with sitting in easy cross-legged posture, Sukhasana or Ardha Padmasana or Padmasana. And let's bring the palms of the hands to relax on the knees, keeping the chest open, keeping your back straight, trying not to round through the back. The gaze is closed, the facial muscles relaxed. Notice the connection between the seat bones and the floor. Notice the way that the physical body feels. Maybe there are some aches, some pains, maybe some tension, certain parts of the body that you need to pay attention throughout the practice. Breathing deeply through the nose. And breathing out through the nose, the same count on your exhale as well as on the inhale. So trying to prolong both inhalations and exhalations. And on the next inhale, we're going to bring the arms to the sides. You can open the eyes, look up. And on the exhale, we're going to lean forward and stretch the upper body. So you're just walking your hands further and further away, elongating through the waist up. And having a few breaths here. Going back into the center, take a lateral stretch. So your left hand can go on the floor. You can bring the arm up, your right arm, maybe twisting slightly through the chest, trying not to collapse there. And then just maybe seeing, can you bend the elbow of your left side and look up. The other side. So stretch comes from the waist up, keeping lengthening through the spine. And back into the center, releasing the left leg forward. So keeping your heel towards your pubic bone, keeping the extended leg quite active. And we're gonna glide towards the extended leg. You can bring it to the inside of your foot, or you can stay and grab the ankle. Again, right arm up, just a gentle twist and a stretch. and to the other side. So at this point, we're just warming up through the body. Ensure that we're working through the whole body. And back into the center, all four, tabletop. From the tabletop, let's do some manipulation with the spine. So the flexion and extension. Remember, your feet are width hip apart. Keep them parallel each other. Hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale, look up. Exhale, round through the back. Engage the solar plexus and look at the navel. Inhaling, arching, and exhale, rounding. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, keep the chest open, arch, arch, arch. Exhale, round, tug the toes, lift the knees, press into down dog, and pedal through the feet. So warm up the ankles, press with your hands into the mat, drop the knees, drop the elbows, interlace the fingers, tug the toes, lift, and pedal through the feet. So here we start opening up through the underarm. Notice the way that the body feels, especially how open you are, and also feel the strength in the upper body, or maybe a lack of strength. And as I've mentioned, the Chakrasana is the pose where you do require quite a bit of openness in the upper body and flexibility in the spine and the back, but the strength as well of the upper body. Drop the knees, plant your hands, press into Ardha Mukha Svanasana. First down dog of the day. Navel drawn in. Outside rotation of the shoulders. Bring your right leg up. Open up three-legged dog. Rotate the right hip out. Drop the foot to the floor and lift the opposite. Left, rotate, look under the left underarm. And bring the foot down. Right leg up, look forward. We're gonna step forward. You can bring, maybe taking few steps. Anjaneyasana, so your high lunge, and here ensuring that your toes are pointing. So try not to twist in the ankle, your knees above the ankle, and I'm keeping an engagement with the back of the leg. Okay, if you're feeling stable, bring the arms up, maybe going into the gentle back bend. If that's too much, stay supported here. Navel drawn in, perineum squeezed. And breathing. Let's drop the hands to the floor. We're going to pivot and we're going to face the other side. Right, I'm on the ball of my back foot. I'm elevating the back knee so the kneecap is engaged. And again, here you can sink extension of your right hip. We've got the flexion of the left side. So working that psoas muscle. If you want to reach here, encouraging the back bend. If that's too much, remember the options always here to support with your hands. Drop your hands down, pivot, face the front of the mat, step forward, inhale halfway left, lengthen, drop your shoulders away from the ears, exhale round through the back, maybe grabbing your ankles and going into the forward fold. Inhale halfway left, Exhale, fold once again, step back with your right foot, pivot, and stop halfway. Turn both of your feet in, and here, preparing for Prasarita Padottanasana. So turn the toes slightly in, and you can walk your hands forward, keeping your knees soft. Try not to lock in the knees, and bringing the underarms closer to the floor. And breathe. Okay, walk the hands closer to the body. Hands could be underneath the shoulders. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, straighten your arms, look forward. Exhale, fold, and we're going to grab the ankle of your left leg. And here, again, try not to lock through the knees. Breathing. You can always support, if you don't want to, you can have a 45 degrees and just maybe staying here. If the range of movement allows you, grabbing now that right ankle. And breathing. Okay, release back into the center and walk towards the front of the mat. Plant your hands, step back, Adho Mukha Svanasana, drop the knees. We're gonna drag the chest, the chin, and on the inhale, Bhujangasana, Cobra. And have a full Cobra or maybe just baby Cobra, engaging the glutes, feeling some sensation in the lower back. And let's press into Balasana, the child's pose, just to decompress. Peel the forehead off the floor, release your legs to the side, and then stretch them forward. Okay, so extend your leg forward, bring the right close to the buttocks, cross, and then bend the extended leg or stay straight with that left leg. Bring the arms up behind you, and we're going to twist towards the right side, keeping the chest open, keeping the extension in the back. So trying not to round through the back, navel drawn in, looking over the right shoulder, back into the center, and just a gentle counter twist. Unravel the legs, and the other side. Okay, cross. We're going to take a turn to the left. Inhale. Open up the left shoulder. So here, right elbow into the right thigh and twist. Looking over, breathing. Back into the center, counter twist. Okay, unravel the legs. Coming into the all four, tuck the toes, lift the knees, and press into the down dog. Drop the knees to the floor. Keep your ankles flexed and tucking in the toes. So we're gonna lift away from the sit bones. And here you can support the lower back. And we're gonna bring the pelvis slightly forward. Engage the quads, engage the glutes. I'm squeezing my buttocks. I need to support the lower back because I'm gonna take a back bend here and open up through the chest. And gently release. Okay, so we're coming into Urdhva Dhanurasana. So I'm going to demonstrate, so this is our peak pose. I'm going to demonstrate two versions. Please pick the one that is appropriate, that feels right for you. If you haven't done the wheel before, I would say if you're not confident, don't do it unless you're supervised by a live supervision of the professional teacher that can guide you. Right, so Urdhva Dhanurasana, we're going to do the one of the modifications, and that modification will be bringing your heels towards the buttocks. Middle finger is just brushing. Okay, you can position the block or the brick between your knees just to ensuring that you're squeezing that block, the brick, that you're not flapping out or in. You're keeping your feet parallel each other. So paying attention where you need to engage the lower part of the body. So squeezing the bum. We're going to lift slightly the pelvis of the floor. And here I want to ensure that my C7 section is away from the floor. So I want to support myself, the weight by the shoulders. I can interlace the fingers. You can bring them down. You can maybe support here. So either support your lower back or interlacing and squeezing the bum. So squeezing the glutes, trying to distribute that force throughout. Keep pressing with the shoulders and then release and bring the knees closer to the chest. Lower back is on the floor, or you can drop here and just have a few moments. So the second variation would be the full wheel. With the full wheel, again, it's important, just if you're finding that you feel any compression of the vertebra in the lower back, come out of it. If you find that it's painful, it's aching, it's acute pain, coming out straight away. So with Urdhva Dhanurasana, it's important to open through the chest, to like project your energy forward. It's important to keep energized through the legs, keep pushing into the feet into the mat, and coming into the pose. You would need strength in the upper body. You can use your head to lift. So I'm going to bring my hands the appropriate pose. I would also need to ensure that I'm lifting on the inhale and I'm using that momentum in and lift. Okay, remember, we want to elongate. We want to open the front of the body. You can lift your feet away if you want to. And you're breathing here. Compression of the vertebra, acute pain coming out slowly. If there is no pain in the lower back, and you keep engaging your psoas muscles, you keep the legs active, you keep the arms straight, you breathe, and very gently bringing yourself down, and let's get knees towards the chest and maybe rock from side to side, or you can open up into the both of the hips, so circular rotation in and out. And maybe just to bring a little bit of playfulness, let's get into the happy baby. So I'm tucking my big indle and mindex finger to the big toe, and here you can stretch one leg at a time, you can flex, maybe you can rock from side to side, side to side and be as childish as you want to, massaging the lower back. And then we're gonna try and bring forward the body. So use the momentum and lift forward. Okay, bringing both of the feet together, away from the groin. I'm gonna inhale first. And on the exhale, we're gonna fold forward, rounding through the back, rounding through the, so the pelvis will tilt backward. I'm relaxing through the neck. And I'm just letting go of the muscular tension. Wherever you found the edge here, I'd like you to soften through the body and allow the gravity to take you to any point in space, and you just accept that. And breathe deeply, slow down the heart rate, slow down your breath. Very gently peel the forehead off the floor and come into the cross-legged seated position, bringing the gaze inwards. And just taking a few moments to contemplate, paying attention to the way the body feels. Noticing any shifts in energy, noticing the sensations, the feelings, the emotions, and noticing the state of the mind. Gently open the gaze, and from here you can go and extend yourself, laying flat on the back, and spend some time in Shavasana, the corpse pose, and finish off in relaxation. You can also go into the further asana practice of your own if you wish to, or you can use this practice as the practice for the day. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you've got any questions regarding the Chakrasana or Urdhva Dhanurasana, please leave me a comment. And thank you for joining, and thank you for your energy.